FightHype.com here with, I think y'all know this guy, super middleweight king, Andre Ward. Dre, what's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm in the office getting ready to work.
You're in the office. You in the office. I'm in the office for the first time. Never been out here, man. This is nice. This is where all the work is done.
That's where it goes down, baby. We train in the cut, man. We train in the cut, and we get it done.
Let me ask you. I know,
That's not too tight, is it, son?
That's good.
I know you've got your comeback coming up here pretty soon, but you've been gone.
It's the comeback 2.0.
You're right. It's the second comeback. That's not even funny,
Let's just
man.
clarify it. You gotta laugh at yourself sometimes, man. It is what it is. But yeah, go ahead. It's comeback.
Well, yeah. It's the comeback 2.0. But you've been out for a while, but you're still in shape. You look like you've been maintaining. How's that been all this time out?
I mean, part of it is just it's all I know how to do. Part of it is just it's a lifestyle. And I learned a long time ago. Older fighters used to always tell me to make sure that respect this sport. Respect the sport of boxing, and the sport will respect you. And that means like from the way you eat to the way you train, and a lot of times, it's easy to not train and to not dedicate yourself when you have nothing on the books. And I just tried to fight through that over the past year, just stay consistent. It wasn't about the limelight. It wasn't about lights, cameras, or action. It was just about keeping my body right, because I knew the day would come when, all the stuff I was going through was going to be over, and the question was going to be, did I take advantage of that time? And it was rough. It was days, weeks that I didn't want to train, because didn't seem to be a light at the end of the tunnel. But I got a good team around me. They would encourage me, and I would encourage myself, and just get back to the gym, man, because again, I'm happy now that everything is behind me, but I got rounds in the bank. I got plenty of days in the bank where I've been working, and my body feels good, and we haven't even officially started camp yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you fight through that, though? I mean, if you were talking to a younger fighter who might be going through a similar, even if it's not as long, just 4 or 5 months or something like that, how do you maintain that discipline when you're not sure of who might be next or when it might be next?
I mean, I think for me, like, on a real superficial level, I just like to win. I just like to win. I'm really competitive, and I know how the sport works. And you got guys that won't say your name. You got guys that won't call you out until they see some type of weakness or they see some type of flaw, and then it's like all of a sudden, everybody's on the internet saying your name. And so I know, to say that is to say, I know that, like, even when I came back against Rodriguez, I felt like it was a good performance, but we did enough to let people know we still had it. It's the same thing with this fight. You're only as good as your last performance. And, in boxing, people forget quickly. And I just wanted to remind people, and want to remind people when I did get a date that, man, we're back, and I'm actually better than I was when I left. So it just depends on how bad a young fighter wants it. How bad do you want it? And if you want it as bad as we say we do, you'll do what you have to do to stay prepared and stay ready.
June 20th.
Yes, sir.
The comeback 2.0. What did it feel like when you finally got a date and now you can work towards something?
Just huge. It's just, just happy, man. Just happy to be able to get back to doing what I love, and to be able to do it, back home is really, really, really important to me, because, these are the first set of fans that really kind of held me down and helped me get to where I was as an amateur. And so I think about them first when I think about, my fans. Mm-hmm. And it's really important for me to come back and have my first fight here. And, it's part of the game, man. You hear a lot of people say a lot of things about, maybe my situation and what should have been done and what shouldn't have been done. But, at the end of the day, man, it's part of my story. And it's part of what I had to go through. and I wouldn't have changed anything. It's called life, man, and you got to deal with it as best you can. And we got through it, which is important, and we bouncing back, and I'm just excited to be back. So June 20th is the culmination, man, of a tough 2 years, but you know, we didn't just go through it. We had to grow through it, and I learned a lot. I matured a lot as a fighter. I learned a lot about myself. Like, you know, how bad do you really want this? Like I said earlier, you know, it's one thing when you got a date. It's one thing when there's money on the table, but when those things aren't on the table, are you as dedicated as you say you are? Can you still motivate yourself when they're not talking about you? Those kind of things. So that I'm bringing all that in the ring with me June 20th. Yeah.
Somebody gonna be in trouble. do we? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Do we know who the somebody is? I mean, you might know, but can you say who the somebody is?
I think it's getting close.
Getting close.
It's getting close. I can't confirm or deny any of the rumors out there.
There's a couple.
I can't confirm or deny any of the rumors out there, but I think whoever it is going to be, you know, a solid opponent like it always is. I mean, they don't give me freebies. They don't give me soft touches. So it's going to be a solid opponent. And, again, that's going to be their Super Bowl. And I got to make it my Super Bowl. I got to make it, you know, I don't believe in tune-ups. You know, I don't think champions look at fights like that. You know, I'm starting fresh, and I got to come out with a statement. And, you know, I typically don't say things like this, but I'm going for a knockout. Like, I need a knockout. Ooh. I need a knockout personally. My fans deserve a knockout. The boxing community deserves a knockout. Like, that's what I'm training for, is a knockout. So I don't know who it's going to be just yet, and I know they're going to bring it, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but, you know, I'm training for a knockout. Yeah.